If we go back to the definition of innovation, it is mainly about change. Change that can be for the better, but that can also make things worse. Change is about shifting paradigms, challenging the way we do things, the way we think, challenging the business as usual, challenging who we work with, moving away from the usual suspects. It's about getting out of our comfort zones. Innovation is a state of mind. It requires the ability to question ourselves, to accept failure, to develop a capacity to learn and rebound to try again. By focusing on technology, we tend to skip the more obvious. We associate it with progress, future, but as a result, we too often forget the past. In most countries, here in Asia and the Pacific, but also on other continents, we find populations that we call indigenous, ethnic minorities, hill tribes, that have lived with nature for centuries. They have accumulated a wealth of knowledge and practice based on daily interactions with nature. They have learned how to adapt to it, benefit from it, and how to protect and conserve it, an invaluable asset. And they have done this by trying, testing, failing, and learning over the ages. They have explored, experimented, codified, shared, and in doing so, they have centuries of practice and innovation. In UNDP, we promote the concept of inclusive innovation, meaning innovation that benefits everyone, but also meaning involving everyone in the identification of innovative ideas and practices. Here at UNDP Thailand, we're supporting biodiversity conservation in several ecosystems of the country. For example, in Hoi Ka Keng, we're not only introducing technologies in the way park rangers monitor the wildlife, but we're also reaching out to local communities and involving them and their knowledge in our conservation work. Another example of our inclusive innovation is our support to a pilot project called Blind Experience. The project has successfully engaged blind people in a play for the first time in Thailand. Blind theater has now become a new normal and has shown that people with disabilities can do way more than what most people think. These two examples show why inclusive innovation is so important. It is not just the monopoly of tech-savvy computer junkies. Innovation is a powerful means to finding the solutions we need to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. In our drive to leave no one behind, it is critical that we not leave behind centuries of contributions to innovation. And this is what innovation is all about. Inclusive innovation is of the people, by all people, for all people.